that covered. Okay, my hands keep getting dry, even though because this absorbs the moisture. Now I'm going to fold this in thirds. Watch. See? And then I just take my wet hand, go like that, and then I fold it over. And just take my wet hand, and it kind of seals it like an envelope kind of thing. Okay, now it's going to go in there, so I'm going to fold it over one more time, going this direction, and over, and here again, kind of smooth it together. Your hands are a little bit wet, smooth it together. Now, you're going to need to put it in a greased bowl. If I were you, I would use the same bowl every time. I like to do it with real butter, but you can use whatever you want to. If you like vegetable oil, I just prefer butter. But now the bowl is greased, and because I have it on this, I can just take it over, put it in my hand. If there's any little places of dents in it, I can just smooth it out. Now, it's in the bowl. Now what I do is shape it, and I'm shaping it more into a circle, and I'm just pushing it down, and it's not hard. In fact, it's kind of fun because it feels good. It makes that dough into more of a circle size. Now, the next thing I have to do is I have to put saran wrap on it. You could put a towel on, but it doesn't hold the moisture in and let it help it to rise. And so I'm going to go get some saran wrap now. Just put it in the oven, and I just let it rise in the oven for hours. This is the long part. That's why in the book it tells you make the bread early in the morning or late at night. Either way, then if you make it super early in the morning, then later in the day it will have risen and you can make your loaves, and it only takes a couple hours for the loaves to rise, and then you'll have baked bread that night. The reverse is if you make it at night and it rises all night, then you can shape the loaves and you'll have bread the next day. So we're gonna sign off now until it has risen high enough, and we'll make our loaves, and we'll see you later. Okay, so it's been since this morning for this to rise clear to the top of the bowl. I've taken it out and it's dropped a little bit. This is it comes about to the top of this bowl, and now I'm going to divide it into 2 loaves. This is very simple and it doesn't take very long. Just cut it in half. That's it. And I use my serrated bread knife, which works really well. And remember, we don't use flour, we use warm water. So pour a little water on here, mix it around, pour the extra off. Okay, and my hands are wet. Okay, now I take half of this, and we're going to do exactly the same thing we did to the whole thing this morning, except it's going to be half, and then we're going to put it in the bread pans. Now, I've already greased the bread pans and I like to use butter. I would say to be sure to grease your corners very well, and the sides too, and that. But the corners are where it will stick. You'll have a hard time getting it out if you don't grease that well enough. Now, here I go. Now you can see why they call it the French slap.